Did you guys think I was kidding when I was like, I'm gonna live in this Skims robe? Because I was not. We have become one. Anyways, buongiorno and welcome to my channel. My name is Stefania if you are new here. So today we're going to be talking about my 2019 favorites. So these are the products that I really recommend. I might skip over a few things just because I liked a lot of my 2018 products. And I don't want to just willy-nilly throw things in here just for the sake of throwing them in here. So these are things that I feel like I've tried and they were newer in 2019, or at least new to me. So just know that that's why certain things are missing. So today we're gonna focus on primers, foundation, all face products. And let's go ahead and get into this video. Please don't forget to subscribe. I would really appreciate it. And let's hop in. Okay, now I'm like paranoid. I filmed this entire video and one lash was like completely hanging off. And I'm just like, that would be my luck. And I didn't realize it until after I was completely done with it. So we are here again. Not for you, but for me. All right, let's go ahead and start with primers. These were my two most used primers of the year. If I want my makeup to last a long time, I will choose the Milk Makeup Hydro Grip Primer. It works with about 95. There's a few finicky foundations that don't work with it, but I very much enjoy this product. I love the green. It makes me feel like I'm in science, like it's a science experiment, but for your face. I don't know what it is, but I really like this. But I don't use it all the time. I really only use it when I need my makeup to last. I also use this No Pore Blum by Touch in Soul. I put this in my pores. I don't really use it all over the face. I just kind of pat those holes in, you know? So I really like this. Great price for 21 Days of Beauty at Ulta. I just talked about a few of these in my last video, so I'm like trying to just go through those, you know? Not waste your time here. But mostly I use the Tatcha Dewy Skin Cream. It is pricey, but I feel like it's worth it. Like I use this most of the time as my primer, my moisturizer on no makeup days, but like actually no makeup days, not concealer makeup days. You know what I mean? So I really like it's a moisturizer, but also gives me this nice, it does what it says, okay? It's dewy skin. It gives me dewy skin. I feel like I am going to go through this. I will repurchase. It is my most like used Tatcha product that I actually remember to use on a daily basis, but it works beautifully as a base. So I feel like you get a lot in one. I feel like this is like the one expensive skincare item that I'm like, it's worth it. Like go get a sample, try it out. I love it. All right, face powders. I feel like Fenty came out with this year, but I'm not positive. But I really like the Fenty powder as well as the Jeffree Star powder. So these are my two favorites of the year. I still use my Huda one. I feel like that one, I trust it, you know, because I've had it the longest, and I would repurchase it. I like the shade range in that one too. These ones, I have them fairly light. These are definitely ones I use underneath my eyes. So this is in the shade Fair with Jeffree Star, and then I got the shade Butter with Fenty. I like an under eye brightening, like baking type thing. I only bake when I'm doing my eyeshadow, like a big eyeshadow look. I don't bake on a normal basis. I love the Jeffree Star scent though. I feel like they do the same thing in terms of how they work, and in terms of like how fine they are and finished look. But the Jeffree Star one, okay, I love the cotton candy scent. That is what it is. I love the way it smells. And it's not like it lingers, you know what I mean? It's just a pleasant smell when I open it. And that's it. And I don't smell it when it's on my face. The Huda one, whoa, you know, that's the smell. But this one, and I love the sifter. I would tilt it. But as I'm sitting here saying I love the sifter, I forgot to close it. But I like that it has like the little turning wheel thing so that you don't get powder like this everywhere. Where like the normal sifters, I still feel like I'm constantly putting powder back in. It's constantly going all over the place. So I like the packaging on this, but I like both products. This one, I believe you get a little bit more in. So I feel like this is probably more worth your money, just saying. But I would still repurchase both. All right, let's talk foundations. So I've tried out quite a few foundations. I've tried out the Fenty this year, the ABH this year, the I could go on and on. Okay, I've tried quite a few. Most of them I all got samples. The ones that I keep going back to that I'm just like, oh, the L'Oreal Fresh Wear. It does smell like fresh wear. Like it almost smells like laundry detergent, like good smelling laundry detergent. But when you think of like fresh, I feel like that's what I think of, like cleaning products that feel fresh. Like that's what this smells like. But I really, really like this. I definitely, foundations, I'm feeling more and more like, why am I spending money on expensive foundations? Like the drugstore ones, when you find a good one, it's a good one. I don't know why we always feel like we need to like pay the money for it. I'm not saying anything because I'm going to sit here and mention Pat McGrath. I've already talked about that in a previous video that I just filmed, so I don't want to spend too much time on it. But there's times when I'm like I got this robe, or I have that. I don't spend a lot of money on other things, but I'm just like, the Pat McGrath one just makes me feel expensive. Like I enjoy the process of putting that one on. I just really like the foundation. I like that I look natural in it. But it is very expensive. But I do like the finish. Like I feel like every time I have it on my face right now, every time I wear it, I'm just like, it's like I have a nice dew with it. Like I just like it. Obviously it's not for everybody. I feel like you either loved it or hated it, but I really loved it. The ABH one is a good foundation. I'm still using it. I just, I'm just gonna be honest and say I don't have a, like, it didn't replace like my Too Faced Born This Way. Like I can always trust that one, or my Beauty Blender Bounce foundation. So that's why I'm just kind of like, I like a lot of foundations this year, but I can't say that anyone is like, it's my favorite kind of thing, or Ride or Die, or what is the other one everyone says? It's like Ride or Die or Holy Grails. I'm like, I've never heard someone say that in person. It drives me crazy. All right, let's go for bronzers next. You guys know. If you don't know, you don't follow me. But bronzers are like one of my favorite products, for sure. I can't even say if I like bronzers more than I like lip products, but bronzers, the benefit, I used to be like, I'm not a fan of the Hoola line, but the caramel shade, I love it. It still works for me. I have it on my face right now, and it's so nice and smooth. I have no problems with it. I also have been loving, obviously, the Fenty ones. These were my top two. I feel like Fenty's been in like everyone's video, so I don't want to sit here and go over this. And I literally have 3 shades. My favorites are Caramel Cutie is actually very similar to this one. So I use Caramel Cutie quite a bit just because I really like the tone of it. If I'm looking for more of an orangey shade, the Beijing Gal shade, which is right there, and then there's the Hoola Caramel. Summertime, I feel like I like to be a little bit more Oompa Loompa-ish. Donald Trump-ish. Yeah, not really. I didn't mean that last one. We're going to move on. All right. And then I feel like in that selection, I have to include this. This is one of the few palettes from Natasha Denona, not even just from Natasha Denona, but in general. This is the Bronze and Glow Tan palette from, I don't know why I just said tan. Okay, it is tan. I was like, did I just throw that in there and making stuff up? I'm sorry, Natasha. This is one of the few palettes where I'm like, I use the entire palette. There isn't anything in here where like, usually I buy something like this and I'm like, I just wanted the one shade, or maybe 2 shades is something I'll use, but I never use a full face palette. This is I found her. So I like everything about this palette. I like the highlighting shades you get. It's 3 highlighting shades and a bronzer. I do feel like I've seen people in lighter skin tones use it, but I feel like this is most suited for my skin tone or deeper. I'm just gonna be honest about that. I wouldn't say that like everyone's gonna love this, especially because the bronzer leans, let me swatch it against the other ones, almost like a reddish. So there's the bronzer in that. I mean, if you went in with a light hand, like I know people have made it work for them, but I feel like this is more like medium to deep. And then the highlights are right there. So overall, I really enjoy this palette so much. Like it's been one of my favorites of the year for sure. Favorite like products, like overall products. I think I'm just more excited about the fact that it's the first palette where I feel like I'm actually getting a lot of use out of and like will continue to use. the entire thing is worth the money. All right, blushes. I don't have a lot. For me, kind of the same thing I already said. Becca Wild Honey and NARS Madly are my blushes. But I have used these two quite a bit this year. Mostly summer shades. I forgot to include my Jouer blush palette, the Bouquet. Jouer has really nice blushes, so I should mention that, but I'm not going to go find it. Like, Nick is on his way home from Star Wars, and I'm like, I gotta hurry. But I highly recommend the Jouer blushes, just so you know. But the Charlotte Tilbury, the Nipples, I really like this one. This is an Ecstasy. It's more of a peachy. And then I have the Kylie Cosmetics Kitten Baby. And I really like both of these. Understandably, I am not, just so you guys know, I don't love blush. I've never been a blush girl. So I lean towards neutral ones or peachy, pinky ones. I don't even know if you guys can really see the swatches. There is Charlotte Tilbury Ecstasy, and then there is Kitten Baby. So I like formulas that I can build up. I don't like going in with an intense blush, so I stick to those ones. But I like both. There's definitely more Kylie ones I want to get in the future, but those have been my two well-loved of the year. All right, next up we got this KKW powder. I couldn't remember if I've mentioned this before. I don't love a lot of KKW products, but this one I love. Like, I like her products, but this one, I feel like, even though I don't do much with it, it makes a difference, and I can see it. So this is the shade 3 in Brighten, and it actually has lasted me a really long time, but I use it almost every time. Now I've put on like 3 different ones every time I'm filming this video, but it really does. I put it right here and right there, and that's it. And I usually only do it when like I feel like I'm having dark circle days, or, you know, it's been a while since I touched up my makeup, and like sometimes I feel like the concealer shade like fades a little bit and I need some brightening. So I would say if you are looking for a product like this, I know people keep saying like, oh, Essence has this or this one has this. But every time I try them, they're either too white or too yellow. This one is perfect. It looks yellow in the pan, but it doesn't come off yellow on my face. So I really, really like this one. All right, I don't have any concealers because I feel like I always reach for the Too Faced multi-use concealer. I like the Jeffree Star concealer a lot. I would probably repurchase that. It ran and grew legs, and I don't know where she went. But I still feel like I always mix in a few different concealers. Like, there's never one where I'm completely satisfied with one concealer. I don't know why that is, but it's true. So that's why I don't have any in that category. I just have ones that I like from 2018 that I still love. If you would like a soft powder brush, I love this one. I have this giant one from Jaclyn Hill Cosmetics, but this IT Cosmetics brush is the Plush Powder in 313. It feels so nice, and I love that it has a good give to it. Like, this one's a little stiffer. This one just feels like it compares to like my Wayne Goss type brushes. You know what I mean? Like, I'm like, it is nice and soft and affordable, and I haven't given it any love on this channel, so I figured I would. And every year I'm like, I'm gonna get the La Mer brush, and I'm like, no, why? She works perfectly. Like, I don't need it, you know? Setting sprays, I don't really have a lot. I have used this Shake and Glow one from L'Oreal. I feel like people on my channel were like, there's ingredients that aren't great for your face in there, but to be completely honest, my face has been fine. I don't love setting sprays, so I can't say that this is a favorite, but I'm still I'll probably go through this whole bottle. Like, I don't hate it, I don't love it, it works. Oh, brow products. I don't like my brows. Therefore, same kind of thing. Like, I tested out this brow blade this year. I like that it has this little like pencil side, and then I use the pencil more than I use the felt tip pen side. I feel like it was hard to find a shade that I really liked in this, and this was the closest thing. So you do get really fine strokes. It's just more like, I feel like this takes me more time to do. And I just don't have patience for brows. Like, I'm just like, I can't find what works for me. So this and my Benefit Give Me Brow are my favorite brow products right now. I've definitely tried ones I've hated. So, I mean, that's saying something. It's not like the setting spray. I'm like, no, I do like those brow products. All right, highlights. Benefit Cookie got me. Jaclyn Hill, I feel like put this thing on the map, and I was like, I'll try it. And I swatched it in store, and I was still like, I don't think this is gonna work. I don't think this is gonna work for me. It's definitely not a dupe in my collection because it leans more on the silver side. So that is what that one looks like. You guys surprised? I have a lot of highlighters, okay? That is what I have on my cheek right now. I love it. I'm like in love with the formula. Again, not the boxes, but the formula of these I really, really like. You don't have to spray your face. It is super intense. Definitely not for the lighthearted people that are like, I don't like those. Stay away. And then also the shade Tickle. It has more of a pinky gold shift. So I really like both of these. These are probably my top 2 highlighters of the year. As well as the Rach Loves here on YouTube. I love her palette. I have used this on vacations. I take it with me. It's under 25 bucks. I like that there's a few different shades in here. I never use these two because I don't even know why she put a purple in here. I mean, I know she explained it in her video, but why did she put a purple in here? Like, it doesn't really fit what I don't feel like it fits her, okay? That's what I'm trying to say. But I really love this palette. I do feel like we're in a day and age, though, where I'm like, come out with at least 2. Because really, like, deeper skin tones, that's all they're going to be able to use. I just feel like right now I'm like, highlighting palettes should at least come out with two palettes. I'm usually in between. So I'm always like, if you could come out with a medium, that would be great too. But these are the shades of the Rach Loves palette. Super blinding. It compares to high end completely. And I absolutely love it. Last highlighter is the Milk Makeup. This is the shade Iced. For some reason, I really like this circle packaging. I like the packaging of a lot of Milk Makeup stuff, and then some are just like, I know you're trying to be creative, but that just is messy. So that kind of is what I don't try a lot from the brand. But this is definitely like more of like a true gold highlight. It's right there. It goes on, same thing, super smooth. And I mean, I could go on and on about highlights, okay? You guys know me. I love them, okay? I have a problem. All right, I think that is it from me. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I will definitely be doing one on all my favorite eye products and palettes and everything else, but I figure we'll leave it here for today because, you know, sometimes I'm just like, I just tune out. So hopefully you guys didn't do that. I would love to hear what your favorites were in the comments down below. If you've tried any of these products, what products do you recommend I try? I'll always look forward to hanging out with you guys. So make sure you comment down below, hit that like button if you like this type of video, and I will see you in the next one. Thank you so much for watching. And put it in my favorites, you know what I mean? I feel like I say you know what I mean? Do you know what I mean? I'm just talking to myself.